How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper. My goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading, whether the price is going up or down. So I was just sending this in my Discord, but over on Caspa, it does look like we have a symmetrical triangle. Our VWAP is bullish, so money flow is bullish. Momentum does want to push up. If that VWAP can stay bullish, we could see a continuation forward. Ideally, you would see 3 touches to the bottom before you got your break up. Your breakup could try to take you to 3.55. Your breakdown could try to take you to about 3. So we do have a pretty decent risk reward here. There is about even risk and reward here. So it is a decent entry zone. You could look at picking up near the bottom. That's where you would want to watch for some sort of a bounce for a continuation if you are trading on the bottom of this to break forward. But then you would want to take profits or initial out around the top of this breakup pattern before you got your breakup, because then if you get a rejection, you don't completely lose everything if you see a very volatile move down. But if you get your breakup, you still have some of your profits that you're riding, and if you lose your profits, you took some out, took your initial out, it's no big loss. So that's why you kind of want to take that kind of a strategy. You may have a sloppy inverted head and shoulders here as well, a shoulder, a head, and then possibly a shoulder here that could try to push you up. So that's that for anyone interested in Caspa. We do get that request in our Discord every so often, so I did figure I would throw that in there very quick before we got to everything else. So over on Bitcoin for the daily, we do have a hammer candle here, so watch for a red candle. If we get a red candle, then it's likely we could see a pullback and a rejection from our double bottom. Our RSI does want to pull back, VWAP is starting to pull back, momentum is rounding, but that money flow is bullish. So if that VWAP stays bullish on lower time frames, we do still have the chance to continue forward. If we look over on the 1 hour here, we did bounce off that 300 EMA. We made a little bit of a rounded bottom, so this does have the potential to be that sloppy inverted head and shoulder as well. I would say if we lost this 62.5, then it's likely we could start to push down, and then if we broke that 300, then we could see further bearish momentum. However, if we do get a pullback to that 62.5, then get that bounce further, we want that break at that 63 to try to push us forward for a new local high to continue our bullish trend. Otherwise, if we break that EMA, then our trend could end. Stochastic does want to round, RSI is starting to pull back, VWAP is starting to round, momentum is starting to round, and money flow is weakening. But if that VWAP stays bullish, momentum can make a breakthrough and money flow would stay in the green, and we would still continue further. Again, watch for a hold above the EMA for that. So over on graph, if I can get it to jump to the daily here, we do have a long lower shadow candle, so that is positive. Remember, a long lower shows that the bears tried to push us down, but the bulls are trying to step in and push us up. So if followed by a strong green candle like here, we could see another push forward, but if followed by a red candle like back here, then we could see a volatile move because it is also a hammer candle, so watch out for that. Our stochastic does want to push forward, VWAP is bullish, momentum does want to gain strength, and money flow is in the green, so we do look positive. We do still have that double bottom as long as we can continue further with a green candle, much like Bitcoin. So over on the 1 hour, we do have a bounce off that 300 EMA, that black line. So again, that is positive. We do have a gap we are trying to pull back to fill. So if we can continue and push forward, we could make some sort of sloppy head and shoulders here too, where that would be your shoulder, your head. Then we come down toward this support, make a bounce off that EMA or support, make that shoulder, and then continue further up. If you don't see that, that's where the bears could gain control. So over on Ankr, might be very similar for most of these coins. Long lower shadow, again, watch for a red candle. If we get a red candle, it can act as a hammer to drop you down. But if we see a green candle, it can act as a bullish momentum, kind of pushing us forward like back here and back here. RSI is pulling back, our stochastic does want to push up. That VWAP is pushing up, momentum is gaining strength, and money flow is in the green. So we do look pretty positive. Over on the 1 hour, we did reject our EMA, so unlike the rest of the market, we are kind of struggling here. I would watch, we did pull back to fill this first support level, but us rejecting that EMA and that resistance area could mean we may see another pullback to fill our other gap. So I would exercise caution on that. if we don't gain some strong bullish momentum soon, it's likely we could end up dropping. Our VWAP is doing decent, momentum is pushing forward, money flows in the green, so if that VWAP stays bullish, then we can continue further, see further momentum up. But if that VWAP continues to drop away here and breaks that neutral and holds, then we're likely going to see that other gap fill. Over on XRP for the daily, we are seeing a little bit of a retracement. This is a potential rounding top, so we did delete our bear flag, but this does mean we could have a rejection and an attempt to pull back if we see followed by another red candle, and lower time frames are more on the bearish side. Our side does want to pull back, our stochastic is pushing up, VWAP is starting to round after breaking bullish, momentum does want to push forward, and money flow is starting to weaken, so I would exercise caution here. Over on the 1 hour, we're kind of zigzagging around, so you could say this is still our bear. Sorry about that. Choked down some spit there, sorry about that. So you could say this is still bear flag. A bear flag could try to push us down, break us lower. So if we cannot get out of this range, I would still exercise caution and watch for a rejection. Our stochastic does want to push up, we're starting to round. Our side is pushing forward, VWAP is continuing with higher highs and higher lows. So we do have a bullish trend pushing momentum higher. As long as that bullish trend can sustain, money flow will continue to break through into the green and we can push further. We do need to break above the 54 and hold if we're going to invalidate our bearish momentum though. So over on ALGO for the daily, we are still within our channel. I would watch, we are trying to pull back. So again, if followed by a red candle, that could give us our breakdown. If lower time frames favor more bearishly, RSI is pulling back, stochastic wants to run up. VWAP is trying to break bullish, momentum wants to push forward with a green dot, so we do look positive. Over on the 1 hour, we do have some lower highs and lower lows here, so I would exercise caution. That could try to break us down. They don't really connect too well, so we don't really have a descending channel. This could be more of that bearish continuation where the highs and lows don't connect. Stochastic does want to round, RSI wants to pull back, VWAP is pushing down, momentum is rounding, and money flow is pulling back. Remember, a descending channel pushes you up, bearish continuation continues to push you down. So over on DAG for the daily, we are starting to reject Constellian, I believe that's how you say that. RSI is pulling back, stochastic wants to round away. VWAP is starting to break down, momentum is rounding with a red dot, and money flow is starting to break down. We are on the lower side of our EMA band, starting to see red candles, so I would exercise caution. This is a lower high, so we could see some lower lows. So we may revisit that 0.2, so 2 cent area. So if we do not hold that area, then I believe we could see some newer lows. I'm not too sure how low this thing has gone. We'll go on the daily. So we have been down to 1 cent before, but that would be a pretty violent break from where we're at. So our VWAP does want to pull back. Momentum is rounding. We have a red dot. Money flow is pulling back. Stochastic is rounding, and RSI is pushing down. That could end up pushing us away about 0.3 cents, 0.03 cents, sorry. So we are on the lower side of that EMA band, but we are trying to break forward. If we can hold above the blue and the green from here, we can continue up. We can see further bullish momentum. VWAP is running up. We are seeing higher highs with higher lows. That is positive to push momentum higher. If that continues, then our money flow can go from red to green, and we could see a decent bounce here. So this could still be a decent buying opportunity. But again, I would just warn against a rejection from these EMAs. I'd say the green, blue, and yellow. If we reject those, and it's likely we'll stay on the lower side of our EMA band, see the rest of the band start to split apart, and then bears can continue to drop us down with lower highs and lower lows. And since those highs and lows don't connect, remember that is a bearish continuation that can drop you lower, so I would exercise caution there. But if we do see further bullish momentum and that VWAP holds, then we can break forward and then try to retest that 300 EMA. If you can stay above that EMA, that's where we can revisit these highs. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a great night. I appreciate all of you.